Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 64 of Sonic Boom TV. This is another Goodwill finds episode. Went over to Goodwill today because I had to pass by there, so I figured I'd stop and see if they had any more records worth grabbing. Got a few things, nothing that I would say that I really wanted, but I got based on what it was, if that makes any sense. And I grabbed a few CDs as well. Let's start with the CDs. We got No Talking, Just Head by the Heads, which is 3 members of the Talking Heads and a bunch of different vocalists that joined the band, which I didn't know about this until about a week ago, and this came out a long time ago. This came out in the 90s, I believe, or maybe late 80s. What does this say? 90, looks like 96. So sometime in the mid 90s, around 96, I guess. And it had quite a few different singers. They had Janet Napolitano Napolitano from Concrete Blonde, Michael Hutchence from NXS, Debbie Harry from Blondie, Richard Hell. I don't know what his band was called, the Voidoids or something like that. Maybe. Who else do I know? Ed Kowalix from Live. And then there's a song that has Debbie Harry, Janet Napolitano, and Tina Weymouth, who is the singer, or is in Talking Heads. Gordon Gano of Violent Femmes, and Andy Partridge. What does Andy Partridge do? I don't know. I just know he's somebody. And then there's a couple other ones. I don't know who they are. So we'll just skip over them. But that's probably going to be a good one. I was surprised that I heard about that the other day, and then I came across it. The next one is Blind Faith, debut album, I believe. It's just called Blind Faith. It's only got 6 songs on it, but one of them is 15 minutes and 20 seconds, and another one is 8 minutes and 49 seconds. I think Can't Find My Way Home is the only song I know of these people. But it's Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Ginger Baker, and Rick Gretsch. I think the original cover is the one with the topless girl who's like underage, which I don't know whatever made anybody do an album cover with something like that on it. But I think that's what this album is. So anyway, then I found Robert Plant, Fate of Nations. I don't know if I know anything on this one, but it's Robert Plant, so I figured I'd give it a try. The funny thing is, it says, get in there. It says My Birthday, 8/20/1953. Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin, 8/20/1948. So people put some weird stuff on records and CDs and stuff, but why would you put that? I don't know, but I'll leave it on there as long as I have it. I don't know if that person is still with us or not, but you know. Then I got Sting, 10 Summoner's Tales, and I believe I already have this. I don't know if I can hurry up and see. Sting. Yeah, I already have it. So I wasn't sure if I had that one or not, because Sting is one of those people that I just kind of pick things up randomly by him, and I can't ever remember which ones I have. And then the last thing I got, which has a sticker over the title, it's Kate Bush. It's called Director's Cut. So I guess her album was probably just the Kate Bush album. I don't know anything about Kate Bush except the song that was on Stranger Things, Run Up That Hill, which I knew before that Stranger Things. But I don't know. This is a cool case though. It's like a little book. I don't know if that means it has a bunch of photos or lyrics and stuff in it. I don't know. Debating on whether or not to open it. But got these for $1. So none of them are worth much more than $1 anyway. So I don't know. But then I went to the records section, and they had a few new ones put out on the stack. Like I mentioned the other day, they're just stacked, flat, like that. And they're not really flat; they're just in random states of disorder. So I went And the first thing I saw, I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to end up buying some country music. I can see it now. And I didn't really want to, but they're 50 cents. So we'll get to the country in a minute. First thing I saw, not first thing I saw, first thing I got, it's called Amazing Grace, the Pipes and Drums of Military Band of the Regimental Brigade of Scotland. This is kind of neat. I'm kind of into bagpipes, you know, on a limited basis. But the record is in really good shape. All these records were in like really, really good shape for where they were, and that's why I took them home, because I was like, you know, I can't leave these records here; they're going to get destroyed. Even if I don't like them, I can maybe trade them or something. So that was that one. I think that might be kind of fun. Then the next one was get it. Something I remember from when I was a kid. I think they had a TV show, like a variety hour kind of thing or something, comedy stuff. But the Smothers Brothers, Curb Your Tongue, Knave. And it says up here, to Mom and Dad, 1966 happy anniversary from Debbie. So, you know, I don't know who Debbie is or Mom and Dad, but I thought that was funny, that they would write that on the cover and then not, you know, not do a very good job of writing it on the cover. So maybe it was a kid that did this or something, who knows. But that ought to be funny. You know, that came out in the 60s. And this record, like, the cover is in real good shape, and the record itself is in real good shape. So, not brand new, but, you know, I would say everything that I'm going to show is probably in mid-range to above mid-range, whatever that means on Discogs. If I was selling it, I'd go for that price instead of the others. And all the rest of these were at least $10 up to, like, high end, if it was like brand new, like $60, $70. So I was like, and somehow in my brain I knew that these records would have some value to them, even though I don't like country music, but I know this guy, and they're all his records except for one. So I'll just go through them, and you guys will see. We got George Strait, number 7, with still got a hype sticker on, still in the sleeve, whatever you want to call it, shrink wrap. Still in the shrink wrap. I mean, they're all open, but still, that one still got the shrink on it. Still got the original price tag of $7.49 from Walmart, of all places. You know how people don't like to buy stuff at Walmart, but they obviously bought it back in the day. So anyway, George Strait, number 7. I may know some of his songs because, you know, my aunt and my parents, not my parents, my mother and my other aunts, they all like country music, and back in the 80s and 90s, I was kind of exposed to a little bit more than I would like to have been exposed to. So maybe I know some of these songs, I don't know. This one is George Strait, Does Fort Worth Ever Cross Your Mind? I kind of like this album cover, to be honest with you. That's a good photo of the guy, and that's not a less good photo of the guy. Then, I think this is the one that was like the most valuable, which is weird because of what it is. No, it's this one. I'm sorry. But even, it's still also kind of weird for what it is. George Strait Greatest Hits. This one's like $60 or $70 unopened. And it's still in the shrink wrap, but it's been opened, of course. It's $8.79, and they got it at Sears on this one. And maybe it was like an exclusive to Sears or something. So maybe that's why it's valuable like that. I don't know. But like I said, all of them in mid-range are at least 10. But I think like that one might be like 16 or 20 or something like that. Then the other one that's kind of weird is that had some value on it is George Strait's Merry Christmas Straight to You. Still has a hype sticker. White Christmas, Winter Wonderland, Away in a Manger, There's a New Kid in Town. So that one, is something. And then lastly, for George Strait's the Something Special, featuring The Chair. You sure got this old redneck feeling blue. Lefty's Gone and Haven't You Heard? And so when I picked them up off the shelf, I was pulling them out and looking at the records, and I was like, man, these records are in really nice condition. They're dusty, you know, and need to be cleaned, but they don't look like they have any scratches or anything. And then I noticed that the first one I picked up, it was a George Strait record, but it wasn't in the right sleeve. So I started pulling them all out, and every one of them was in the wrong sleeve. But they were there. They just were in the wrong sleeve. And one of them had this record inside of it as well. And this is the Dirty Dancing soundtrack. Now, I think that one's like $10 or something, or maybe more than that. I don't remember. I just remember it was straight across the line, no matter what condition it was. It was all the same price. I believe it was 10, but then there was one that said that was like 18. So maybe, I don't know. But either way, it doesn't have the cover. I looked for the cover and all the rest of the stuff. I couldn't find it. So I was like, if I'd have found the cover, I'd have put this in there and bought it as another extra 50 cents. But I said it was in there with that one, so that's the price, 50 cents. So I got this for 50 cents along with the other record. So 25 cents, I guess. But I just put it in his bag right now to keep it from getting scratched. I'm going to have to find me a little, you know, one of those sleeves that doesn't have things. I have a lot of records that need sleeves, to be honest with you guys. And I don't know what to do with them. I don't even know where to buy them except online. I don't want to buy them online because I want to see what they look like before I buy them. I don't want them to be junk. I want to have some halfway decent outer sleeves. In my record store, I've asked the guy before, and he said, "Oh, we're out of them, whatever." And then it just seems like they didn't order any because I've never seen them in the store again. So anyway, that's that for this episode. Nothing too exciting, but got some potentially semi-valuable country records now for you know, maybe want to trade, or you know, I don't know, maybe I'll listen to them. Who knows? I'll definitely clean them and see how they, at least the first song, sounds on them. But anyway, that's it for this episode. Coming up with another one right now. Probably going to do several this weekend. I've got some things that I want to talk about. There's like the 10 albums that no one has. I got to pull those out. I've already gone through Discogs and decided what I want to pull. Now I just got to pull them out of the you know, thing and get them all together so we can do a video on that. I got some stuff that there's one record that I'm the only one that's got it on Discogs, and I don't know why, because I didn't put it in there. So somebody had to put the cover in, but they don't have the record. Maybe they got rid of it. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to do another episode right after this on the Red Hot Chili Peppers, so stay tuned.